Are you currently shopping in the action camera market and you just don't want to spend hundreds of dollars? Well, here's a 4K solution for you that I think you're going to like. We're going to introduce you to the AKASO EK7000 Pro, coming in at well under $100 right here on Live to Fish. Hey everybody, welcome back to Live to Fish. And if you've been with the channel a while, you know, well, I've had a relationship with GoPro. I've been sponsored by them for several years, but because of the exclusivity contract I have with them, I am now breaking that contract. Quite frankly, there's too many models out there that have similar features at much lower pricing, so it just doesn't make any sense for my audience and also for my content to suffer because I can't try out other products. Big shout out to AKASO for sending me out their EK7000 Pro model and all these nice accessories. And speaking of accessories, this neck holder mount they supplied really surprised me. This ended up being one of the standout products that they gave me as far as accessories. Whether you're a fan of the traditional chest mounts or the head mounts, you're going to really find something special about this neck holder. But that'll be coming up in a later video. Let's get back to the unboxing. They were also kind enough to supply me with a 64 gigabyte memory card. It's a nice little micro SD card to go with the camera. And also this accessory kit, which again is a pretty standard thing and something you're going to want to pick up because it has just about every mount that you could imagine. But like I said, I'll get more into the accessories later. Let's take a look at what you get when you purchase the EK7000 Pro. Now the first thing you're going to notice about the packaging on the product is it's pretty standard as to the action cameras. However, what you're going to get is accessories with the camera, so you don't necessarily need to buy everything right off the bat. And that's pretty helpful to have if this is a secondary camera or if it's something that you're just getting started with. It's good to have a lot of accessories that come with it where you're not breaking the bank. I mean, you can spend upwards of several $100s on one camera. With this, under $100 and accessories, you can't beat it. Now, if you're familiar with the older GoPro models, you'll notice this here. This is the housing that holds the camera, and it acts as both a waterproof case and the camera mount. This is a great setup if you're looking for a camera to get those underwater shots. Now you can spend several $100s on a 4K camera and just get the camera and a battery. With this you get the camera, 2 batteries, a special mounting clip, 7 mounting brackets, 2 additional clips that go into those brackets. You get a USB cable, tethers, lens cloth, a remote control, which is a really cool thing to have, the battery charger to charge both your batteries at the same time, helmet mounts, protective back door, which is kind of like a secondary attachment to the waterproof housing. So between the remote control and all the accessories you're going to get right out of the box with this thing for under $100, you're definitely getting a good $20 to $40 extra value right off the bat. So the fact that you're getting right out of the box a wrist strap and this nice little remote control, I'll tell you what, it keeps your mind on what you're doing, and you don't have to worry about fumbling for the controls on the camera when you can hit the record button right from your wrist. And the other great feature of this camera is that the parts you have from any other action cameras already are compatible with this. From the mounts to the screws, everything is identical. So the interchangeable parts is a really nice feature. But one thing I did notice is that the weight of this camera is substantially lighter than the other action camera that I have. And I'll tell you what, that makes a huge difference. So when you look at that neck holder, you might think that it might weigh you down. It's actually feather light, and you don't notice it. In fact, my chesty with my other camera is definitely more uncomfortable than the neck mount with this camera, which kind of surprised me. I thought I'd have some fatigue, and I thought I would have a little soreness in the neck from this thing pulling down, but you don't even feel it on you. It's feather light. In the back is an LCD touchscreen, but here on the case they do have buttons that activate everything so you can scroll through the menus without having to take it out of the case and touch the screen. Now at this price point there is no front-facing screen, but the rear screen is, like I said, touch activated and is very responsive. I'll show you that in just a minute. I had to charge up the batteries here. You got USB ports for charging and data transfer, as well as the micro SD card slot, which goes to show you that without that waterproof housing, this is not water resistant. On the underside, you have your battery compartment, and on the side, you have your buttons so you can toggle through the menus when you do have it in the waterproof case. So let's go ahead and show you a little bit about when the battery's charged up, how to get the battery inserted in here, and also what the touch screen looks like when you first turn it on. So you're going to take the battery and you're going to notice there's 3 prongs there down at the bottom. You're going to match that up with the 3 slots on the battery. Now when you put it in, you're also going to have this little pull tab that makes it easy to get that battery in and out of. Close up the door, seal it up, and you're ready to go. Okay, to power it up for the first time, you're going to basically hold the powered button down for a few seconds, and here it's going to pop up, and you're going to have a whole lot of settings to go through. I'm not going to run you through all the settings that I went through, but I'm going to show you how responsive this touchscreen actually is. Now, again, I'm not knocking other products here, but you can see how responsive that is for a quarter of the price of other action cameras. Now, the 64 gigabyte SD card has about 3 hours, 22 minutes, and you can see here 28 seconds of recording video time at 4K, 30 frames a second. Now, I know I've mentioned it several times in this video, but the neck mount really does steal the show when it comes to the accessories. This thing is so versatile that when you disconnect it, you can actually bend it out and make it like a selfie stick, which makes those underwater releases much easier to capture. Now, in an upcoming video, I'm going to show you the difference side by side between this camera and ones that cost hundreds of dollars more. And if the AKASO cameras are something you're interested in, I will leave a link down in the video description below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we love to feature some of the best prices on some of the newest gear right here on Live to Fish. So until next time, be safe, be well, and as always, live to fish. Take care, everybody.